Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new live. This time I decided to do the live earlier. It's 4 p.m. Europe time. I think this will be an opportunity for people from India or Asia to attend. US also can attend because it's a Sunday morning, so maybe it will be more suitable time. So hopefully this new time will be a better time to have the lives and have more people attending and giving as much value as we can. Today is going to be just answering your questions. It's not going to be a topic, so we will wait for more people to join. And if you have any questions related to targeted metabolic therapy, cancer, please list your question. Karen, hi doctor. Hello. We have 7 people on Rumble and 1 person on YouTube. Hello, doctor, and everyone. Hello, Natalia. Hey. I think, as I told you last time, the YouTube live wasn't taken down. I think because, as I said, the algorithm will only analyze, I think, the first 15, 20 minutes, maybe. And then if you say anything, that's against the narrative, and because the previous lives was this song, and the song lyrics is like cancer can be, you know and then for that reason the video has been taken down. So hopefully, you know YouTube won't be able to at least the first 15 minutes to see any, their end favorite words, I would say. But I think Rumble is the best way, to be honest. I can speak as freely as I want, and I can speak my mind. I can share everything in details without any problems. For YouTube, I just need YouTube for, I would say, what's the term for discoverability. So because most people, unfortunately, they will go to YouTube to get most of the information. Very few people knows Rumble or will go to Rumble to find the truth or information, information, accurate information. And even if you type in Google, of course, like, because Rumble is competitive to Google and YouTube, yeah, he won't find anything. Thank you for the stream. Any way to take CDS to make CDS taste nicer? Any way to make CDS taste nicer? Unfortunately, there's no way. There's no way, because I mean you cannot put anything that can basically counter the CDS or counter the effect of CDS. So unfortunately, you cannot do anything about it. Of course, you have to combine it with DMSO, which is even worse when it comes to the taste. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are complaining about the taste and smell, and some people, I'm gonna take it anyway. Unfortunately, yes, there's nothing you can do. Make sure, of course, you take the right amounts. You put it in 1 liter of water, from anywhere from 5 to 10 milliliters up to 30 milliliters, and then with 1 liter of water, and you have to divide it into 3 portion and sip it slowly. And then I think there's no solution for that. But the benefits is, we're out perform, say, the negativity of the taste. What is your opinion on hydrogen peroxide? I think it's great. I did a video on it. I think, I mean, hydrogen peroxide, chlorine dioxide solution, these are, multiple tools to oxygenate the tumor microenvironment and increase the oxygen because tumors thrive on low oxygen environment and you want to oxygenate the body. I don't think it's powerful as CDS, but I think it's great. There's a book called The 1 Minute. It has been 20 minutes since, yeah, 15 minutes since the start. So, yeah, there's a book called The 1 Minute C, and then it has a lot of actually diseases and a lot of problems got fixed and solved with hydrogen peroxide. So it's called the 1 minute C. The problem, which why I didn't include it in the protocol, I don't have case reports. Number one, yes, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of logic behind using it. The second is hard to get. It's very very hard to get. You have to really dig deep and special websites. Most countries you cannot find it. So for me, it's like for the convenience, I just skip it. So, but if you have access to it, but you have to, have you have to use a specific one. I think I mentioned in the video, if not I'm not mistaken. There's even an ebook actually in my website. It's called the 1 Minute C, hydrogen peroxide, and this is protocol how to use it and everything. So I encourage you to go to my website ebooks and you can find hydrogen peroxide, the 1 Minute C. And then if you can access to it to the right one, then yeah, feel free to use it. But of course, I won't use it with CDS. If you're using CDS, they just basically they're doing the same thing. So I will avoid doing things that overlap. Massive digestion problems in the morning, vomiting, etc., because of ketosis. I don't think it's because of ketosis. I think because maybe if you follow the whole protocol, it can. Of course, I mean everything is in you. Everything is uh, to your body, so it can be expected at the beginning. But I think it's having digestive problems when you start the protocol is very common, and this is why I started to I added a section to the protocol, especially the personalized protocol. You have to pick, even actually even the updated version of the book is called Therapeutic Keto for Cancer. I encourage everyone to basically go get a copy. It's an ebook. I added a section how to start and minimize the digestive problems. You have to basically pick 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 food, and you have to start with these only. And then once, and these usually beefsteak, liver, eggs, and maybe olive oil, butter. So I will start with only these. And then once, usually these are, they don't produce any digestive problems. Usually they are safe. So that's the best way to start the ketogenic diet and then basically go through that transitionary part. And once the digestive system is good, everything is good, and then the GKI is under two, then you can start introducing one food at a time. Okay, one food at a time. But a lot of you have a long list of food. Maybe some of them you don't tolerate, some of them yes, and then you have carbohydrate withdrawals, which you are used to high carb diet, or maybe high fiber, high carb, gluten, and then of course when you transition, and especially if you take a lot of food left and right, it's hard to basically see which one causing the problem. So the solution is start with 3 to 5 food. Usually the one I listed, as I said, animal products. And then after 4 weeks, after you lower the blood glucose, GKI is good, then you can start introducing individual foods one by one. Okay, and hopefully this will solve the digestive problems. But it can be also come from some supplements or chlorine dioxide come from repurposed medication. So you have to also try to determine which one is really causing digestive problems. Okay. So, can we sip DMSO and CDS even when you have food in the stomach on empty stomach? Better? No, it has to be 2 hours away from food and supplements. 2 hours. So 2 hours before food, definitely, and then maybe 2 to 3 hours after food. It has to be taken on empty stomach, far from even the supplements. No supplements, no food should be around CDS and DMSO. Okay, just to make this clear. What's your opinion on Hulda Clark? Hulda Clark. I heard this name. I think this woman. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, Slim. This is the woman who talks about parasites, and then she has this formula, three ingredients formula with wormwood and black walnut oil. I think. Um, yeah, I mean, for parasites, is definitely it's it's useful. So if I have someone have parasites and instead of using ivermectin for benazole, when I use the natural, that's definitely. I'm not sure if she's the one said like cancer is parasite. That's false. Cancer is not parasites. Cancer and parasites are two different things. Parasites can cause cancer. Yes, maybe if they are there causing inflammation, doing trouble, it can cause cancer. Definitely, that's an hypothesis, a valid hypothesis, in fact. But cancer is not a parasite. Okay, these are two different things. I don't think also this three ingredients formula will solve cancer or like will be the solution to cancer. I think it's far way weaker than cancer itself. But if you want to add it, I don't think it's gonna cause any harm. So I'm com- I'm confused about which brand is good to buy for CDS and DMSO. I'm more confused than you. So it's very hard for me to recommend any products, to be honest. It's just I you just have to pray, and buy something and pray that's gonna be the real ingredient, and then the supplier is a good person or is a good company. That's what we're gonna do. There's no single product on the market that I can say this is 100% the best thing. This is 100% clean, accurate. It's very hard. It's very now it's like they even manipulating the case reports. Not the case report, sorry, the certificate of analysis. Someone sent me like a website about ivermectin and bendazole, and all the websites created by AI, and the images are AI because I know they cannot trick me. And even it's like they took it so far. It's like even the certificate of analysis, they create like a super nice one, and then even the lab name is, so when you search for the lab or the click on the lab to just verify, it's like even the nice website, and even the website looks fake. So they taken it really so far with all of these scams, and they try to prove that it's third party lab tested. For me, they cannot trick me because I know all of these. But for most of you, it's I'm telling you, look for third party lab testing. But even if you look the certificate of analysis, some of them they can even lie. So the website looks weird and fake, and then even I tried to look at the company, I couldn't find any information about the company. Yeah, and the whole thing is messed up. It's like it's a messed up situation. So with these repurposed medication, these basically regulated or like controversy supplements. For the natural supplements, there's Food Now company, which I think is very reliable. They have been on the market for years. I don't think they put their reputation on the line to mess up their reputation. Yeah, Food Now I think is one of the few companies I would really trust. Most of my supplements are from them anyway. For the most part, is it's a dirty word out there, unfortunately. So yeah, I used to. I mean, there's one. CDS DMSO in Amazon US list. Usually I send my patients a list from Amazon of the best supplementation. There were one supposedly good product, but it's out of stock now. So I think in Europe is way much better. You can find it in most Amazon in Europe, and then in Europe they are less likely to mess up the certification and everything because the regulation is a bit stronger here. So in Europe, I'll just buy it from Amazon without any maybe fear. US half half, other parts, yeah, it's a flip of a coin. So it can be the baking soda, CDS, IVM that can cause vomiting, etc. So have to stop, or it just takes time to adapt. Yes, can be. I mean, baking soda is. I'll stop the baking soda for sure. But baking soda is used. I mean, I'm not sure if you're following the protocol. I don't know what protocol you are following. But if you're following my protocol, it's just you take it on the 2 days off from the repurposed medication, and you have to completely fast in that 2 days. But if you mix up everything, even CDS baking soda has not to be taken at the same time. There's a schedule, my friend. You have to follow strictly. So you cannot just mix things and then say why I'm having these digestive problems and diarrhea. So yeah, and then I think if you are suspicious of something, you just stop it and then see if digestive problems goes away. Then you can determine that this substance is causing digestive problems. But you have to do things properly first, and you have to make sure that you get in the right supplements too. Under what circumstances would you ever recommend chemo radiation, and do you consider androgen blockers chemo as part of that? There's no there's there's no circumstances that I would recommend chemo radiation. It's so I'm not saying, look guys, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is the right opinion. I'm not saying you should follow me. Yeah, this is disclaimer, okay? This is my personal opinion about chemo radiation. It's just a negative, what's the term? Negative benefit or added negative benefit. Or there's a term to say that it just it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you. And even if it works at shrinking the tumor temporarily and then the tumor go back. And then I had just two consultations today, and like two of the patients are they did some cycles or of chemo, and then the blood test the blood counts are getting destroyed. He's already anemic, the white blood cells are low, platelets are going down. For my opinion, this is not the right way to heal. And then you're betting that the cancer will be shrinked before my body get destroyed, and you're betting on your body will recover after that. That's the bet you want to do. Okay. If you take chemo and there's no damage, and why would I be against it? But check any patient after chemo radiation, and you see in real time how his body getting destroyed. If you can make sense of that, and then you want to combine the chemo with the protocol, up to you. For me, no. Myself, my family, I would never put them in the chemo radiation. That's my opinion. So, but there are some doctors, they say, of course, I mean, doctors, they have incentives. They cannot say no to chemo radiation, so they have to combine them. We combine the protocol ivermectin with chemo because they cannot say otherwise. Okay. Yes, they can have trouble adding ivermectin, other these things, but they will have more trouble saying no to chemo radiation because that's a death sentence for them. I mean, they will lose the license. And of course, this integrative doctors who still want to cash out, the chemo radiation, because that's where the real money. You don't make money on vitamin D or ivermectin, like 20, 30, $40 or whatever the things. But you can make few thousands on the chemo radiation. So that's another thing to consider, right? I don't have anything. Maybe look, maybe one day the chemo industry or like the big pharma approach me and start telling me, hey, uh, you should start recommending chemo radiation. Will give you, you know, a 10,000 check for every patient you recommend. You know, you never know. But even that, yeah, yeah, I just, of course, I won't do it. I mean, I cannot sleep, knowing that I can, I lose sleep because of fake supplements. Imagine I use how would I live my life knowing that I'm destroying patients because I just take money for chemo, right? Yeah, so big no, a big no for chemo radiation. Look, big no for PET CT scan, big no for mammography, big no for biopsy, big no for radiation, for surgery, for chemo. All of the recommendations, even the hormonal therapy, as you said, androgen blockers, just a big doesn't work. It does not work. 90% of the patients or 80% of patients, they come to me after have done all of these. They did mammography, they did the biopsy, they did the surgery, they take out her breasts, they give her chemo radiation, and still stage 4 metastasis. And then the body is damaged and the cancer is more aggressive. So why taking all of this to reach to the same point? At least I would do the protocol, and even if the cancer has progressed, at least I will keep my breasts, and then at least my blood counts won't be damaged, and my immune system is not gonna be damaged. So if the cancer will progress and metastasis anyway, do you want to battle cancer with it, it, I'm start sounding like a comedy. Battle cancer without the breasts and like with or without prostate or without whatever the surgery they doing, right? I and sometimes maybe the breast is not the most tragic. I saw like a young woman, they rush her into surgery to take off ovaries and uterus, and now she cannot have kids, and the cancer still come back and metastasis anyway. So why? What's the point from the beginning? I did a video. There are 2-3% lucky people who they got chemo and then they survive and they get cancer free. If you want to take a plane and then there's 90%, 97% the plane will crash. Will you take that plane? Maybe for some of you. I won't take that plane. So my personal opinion, no. If you still want to do it, there's a lot of doctors that can march you to the slaughterhouse. I would say. I mean, they can, follow up with you doing the chemo radiation with any alternative protocol. Hello, sir. I am 21 years old, boy, diagnosed with spindle cell sarcoma in lungs and metastasis to the pancreas, adrenal, having too much constipation. Can you advise me over that? I mean, that's. Can you give me more context? Have you been diagnosed with, let's say, lung cancer, and then you did chemo radiation, and then now it's metastasis, or it has been metastasis from the beginning? And you having constipation, what protocol are you doing? Are you doing chemo radiation or following other protocols? Give me more context, please. Your name is yeah, I don't think it's even your name. So the person who asked this question, please give me more context. What you have done in terms of treatment, and this is like the first diagnosed metastasis already, or you have been into you know the conventional treatment script, I would say. Is ketosis possible with carnivore? Yes, but you have to consume more more fat than protein. You just have to, fatty steaks, eggs, um, and you can add like more butter, ghee, fat to make up like 70% of fat, and then 30% um, protein. And then actually you can achieve ketosis in carnivore, no problem. My wife has stage 4 colon cancer, metastasis to the bones, liver, etc. We are based in India and no access to CDS and DMSO. She has chronic spine and bone pain. Please advise. Definitely, you can get CDS and DMSO, but it's going to be very hard. The problem in India is like it's a huge country, so parts are different parts. They have different access to different things, different languages. So I'm not sure. I have a lot of uh, patients from India, and some of them they could get CDS and DMSO without problem. And some of them, yes, they couldn't find it. So I think if you dig deeper, if you research more, I assume you can find it. And I think because of the bone metastasis, yeah, I will try to find CDS and DMSO. Um, she's in a lot of pain. Yes. I mean, of course, if you have bone metastasis, she will have a lot of bone pain. Definitely, I'll try everything to get CDS and DMSO. If you even if you need to travel, there's some sacrifices you need to do to get the CDS and DMSO. Then I will use the oral solution, and I would also use the topical solution. So I would use CDS, DMSO, castor oil, CBD oil, and I will massage, the bone area to try to reduce the pain. And of course, you have to take full spectrum CBD oil with THC. You have to take curcumin to an omega-3 to try reduce inflammation and pain. You have to first you have to follow the full protocol head to toe. You need to find CDS DMSO, and then, as I say, you can use the topical solution too. So there's no shortcut. There's no magic stick. I don't have a magic stick, guys. That I do like this, and then the pain and the cancer will go away. You have to follow the full protocol head to toe, no compromise. We are talking or taking metabolic treatment in India, following part of your plan. Yeah, as I already said that. The full plan. There is no partial efforts, partial results. You cannot cherry pick. You can not pick the things that you are more comfortable or you just can get easily. You need to try to find everything. Wow. ALP 1250 is a very progressive, high progression bone metastasis. It's Yeah, I think, as I said, I'm not sure if you are the same person who said my wife. Yeah, yeah. This is a very, very aggressive, high progression. Yeah, I will follow the full protocol, head to toe, with the diet, fasting, ivermectin, febendazole or mebendazole, chlorine dioxide, DMSO, CBD oil, everything by the book, head to toe, in order to have a chance to reverse this. 1250, that means I assume she has been already in the conventional treatment. They cooked her, and then, you know, um, now you are basically have to face this. So you need to follow what I just told you, my friend. No protocol is followed by 100%. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the limitation of the protocol, that most people won't be following it 100%. And then, of course, as I said, partial efforts will result in partial efforts will result in partial results. Okay, that's the thing. That's the limitation of the protocol. It's self-administrated, and most people won't do it correctly because of laziness, because of they cannot. basically tolerate the things that needs to do, commitment, discipline. There's a lot of things, right? I mean, the perfect scenario is there's a clinic, there, and then you have you have nurses there, you have doctors to monitor you. They give you the best diet, they give you the best supplementation. But that clinic will be $100,000 for 3 months, like other clinics. So 99.9% of you won't be able to afford that. So there's no question about that. So that's the thing. So I think your results will be correlated to your efforts. 100% commitment, that means you have a high chance of winning. Partial efforts, then you'll get partial results. Hello, Ashu. Yes, 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 Cornel. Yes. Everyone should like and subscribe. 10 in the chat, only likes. You see? What a shame. 20 now. 20 people. So 17 on Rumble, 1 or Facebook, 3 on YouTube. Everyone should like and subscribe. Okay, guys? Like and subscribe the videos to basically get more people to see, because we want to spread the message here. We want to, as much as people watching this live getting the information. Okay, and then the live specifically, because I see a lot of people, guys. I have thousands of people watching the stories and thousands of people watching the videos on Instagram, but 250 or 300 subscribers. So they will be missing a lot of key informations like here, because here I can speak freely, okay, especially in Rumble. I can speak freely, I can tell what needs to be told. In Instagram, I cannot. I just have to suppress myself and be more politically correct so I won't get deplatformed, okay? And at the begin and at the end of this live, I will give away free ebooks actually, and then access to my platform. In every live, at the end, I will pick people who are more engaged, and then I will send them. I will capture the names. I will send them uh, free ebooks, and I will send them access to my platforms too. In the future, maybe I will do more interesting things, just to to motivate people to be more active and share and spread the word. What is the life shelf of ivermectin? I mean, depends on what's written in the product, but usually it's 2 years, I think. But if you, yes, a lot of people telling me that I have an old ivermectin back in COVID. Can I still use it? You know, life is about taking risk, right? Personally, I don't care. I'll just take it. But for your safety, if you have cancer, you know, maybe it's better to get a new one. Not yet, not yet. The package is still on transit, so maybe it will arrive next week, and then maybe by the end of next week I will have the results. Yeah, I sent ivermectin, I sent fenbendazole, I sent ivermectin plus fenbendazole, ivermectin plus mebendazole, and hopefully the results will be positive next week, and then I will share it immediately uh, to everyone, that at least you make sure to get the right, the accurate supplement at least. When someone reacts bad to ivermectin fenbendazole, can it be used every other day instead of together? So IVM one day. No, I don't think it will be. It will allow. It depends on what cancer stage you have. If it's stage 4, I think every other day won't be the best thing. I don't think you react. Usually, it's safe. Maybe other things. Or is your diet on point? Is the quality of ivermectin fenbendazole great? Are you taking it with food? Are you splitting the dosage? Um, so these are all things needs to be on point. Another thing also, if you have some dizziness and fatigue, you just have to live with it because your body is fighting cancer. It's normal. So some of you, yes, just once you have some side effects, you stop immediately, you know. And the irony on the other hand, like it's you get destroyed and you lose your hair and then you almost die from chemo, and then for some reason that's okay for you. But yes, if unless it's severe reaction, if you check your liver and liver is good, liver enzymes are good, and you taking it, you make sure the brand is good, you taking the right dosages, you split the dosages, you take it for 5 days. If the liver is good, and then you should keep up with the symptoms, you should live with it. Is there a difference between camping THC and taking CBD oil? I'm not sure what does it mean camping THC. So the CBD you need to take is full spectrum CBD oil with THC on it. Okay, I think some like 3% to 5%. These are the formulas. So this is the CBD oil you need to get. Full spectrum CBD oil with THC. Can pills or supplements also be supplied annually so they don't go through stomach acid annually? Acid and work better. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. I don't think so because you need to break it down and digest it. And it needs to go to the digestive trace. And stomach acid, I think that's because let's say ivermectin, fenbendazole, these are fat solubles, so they digest with fat. I don't think we'd take it like annually. Annually, it's the term would solve the problem. I don't think so. Also, I'm not comfortable with anything enema, to be honest. A lot of people they swear on coffee enema and other things, but this is just my personal opinion. I think is especially with self-administrated protocol, it's a bit weird for me. Actually, in like one or two cases of chlorine dioxide, some of patients they were taking it enema. They taken chlorine dioxide solution as enema. So personally, I would do it. I won't recommend it, but if you think it's a good idea, you can experiment with it. Is it possible for scans to show little to no progression, but blood works PSA and ALP remains elevated? Yes, I mean, for me, the blood markers are more accurate than the scans. So if PSA and ALP remain high, that means the prostate and bone metastases are very active. And as I said, I mean, if you're doing chemo radiation, of course, they will have this temporary reduction on the scans, but the cancers become more aggressive and then always come back anyway. Sir, I have said no chemo. I have said no to chemo radiation. Two, they have asked for chemotherapy. Tumor is too large and growing too fast in the lungs. It is 11 centimeters. Pancreas renal. Yeah, I mean, so you have been diagnosed already with stage 4 metastasis. Yeah, that's a very rare scenario, to be honest. And if you haven't done any of the treatment, but I assume, let me know if yes or no, but I assume you took the COVID vaccine. Did you took the COVID vaccine or not? For 21 years old to having this aggressive cancer, because you remind me actually of a person, unfortunately. Yeah, this is why, if you see what I see, guys, you would never ever even entertain the idea of chemo. So this is a person who I met in maybe 2009, like 20, maybe 21, and we met like in in a rooftop, I remember, and then we just exchanged, some talking, and then he followed me on, on Instagram, and then maybe we kept in touch a bit. But years later, I think 2 or 3 days later, um, he messaged me, "Hey, I have like a aggressive cancer." I don't remember which aggressive cancer he has. Maybe some blood cancer, if I don't remember. And he told me like, I they did an aggressive chemo for him, and then he told me like, I they told me I'm stable now, I'm good, and then he was asking me too for any help or what can I help him with. And then I told him that this chemo, uh, it's a temporary, solution. I don't think it's gonna be ever fixed, especially if you have. And he told me, by the way, I think he told me himself. I think it's the COVID vaccine, because for 20 years old healthy person to get cancer is very very rare. Few months later, his friend uh, messaged me, "Hey, you remember this guy? He messaged you, and he's in the hospital now. He get, I think, or reoccurrence or relapse with aggressive metastasis. Can you help him? What we can do?" And then I immediately, yeah, I told him. I remember I had some few ivermectin. I told him like I have at home. Please pass to take it, and then I think I can send him protocol to do, or anything I can help. I think, and then that guy disappeared, and then I never heard of the guy for his friends and the guy, and assumed maybe he passed away. Uh, and this is what I say, guys. I mean, the combination of these medical system, from the vaccines to the chemo, conventional treatments, it's a torture. It's if you see the stories every single day I see, and the cases, I mean, it will make sense for you to not even go to the hospitals. So just avoid the hospitals in general. Okay. um okay, yeah, I think I rambled a lot. Let's come back to this question. So he told me constipation. So uh it can be, of course, you have to also hydrate. This is number one. If you have digestive issues, I will try to limit vegetables, most of vegetables. Definitely no gluten, definitely no lactose, and then drink a lot of water. And yeah, this is what I would do. I would just watch out the diet. I would limit the food intakes to 3 to 5 items. That's it, to reduce variability. Drink more water, and I think that would be enough to maybe to improve the bowel movement. And also, I will follow the protocol head to toe, because if you follow the protocol with all the natural supplements and digestive enzymes, hopefully your digestion will resume and you can have more bowel movement. Doctor wants to continue chemotherapy as a part of consolidation. Truth scan is clear. Your truth, please. I mean, sometimes I lose word. What do you say? Is like it's. I mean, look, look. Take this clip. Take this clip and save it in your. You will 100% have reoccurrence. Okay, 100% reoccurrence. Whatever you continue with the chemo after clear or not, clip this part, and then months later, hopefully not. I hope that you will be cancer free forever. I hope not. But clip this one, and then come back to me after 4 months. If you don't do anything, If you don't follow the protocol head to toe and boost the immune system and correct all metabolic dysfunctions, correct the damage of the chemo, 100% recurrence. It come back metastasis more aggressive. So that's what I want to say to you. Okay, they have named it spindle cell sarcoma. I have researched too much. Then I got your videos on Instagram and I started your protocol intensely with deep ketosis from last month. Yes. So you assume that maybe the metastasis happened because of the ketogenic diet. I repeat, limit the food to 3 5 items. Okay, especially as eggs, it's gonna be beef, liver, bone broth. Okay, take digestive enzymes, and then drink plenty of water or Himalayan salt. And then maybe if it should, I mean, transitionary period, yes, you may have some constipation, but I think it should improve over time. Okay, but if it's persistent, I do what I tell you, and then hopefully it's gonna get better. And make sure to follow the whole protocol head to toe. Okay, no compromises. Make sure to like the video, guys. Subscribe to the Rumble channel, to the YouTube channel. If you don't have an account in Rumble, you should get an account because it's not only from me. You can find other great creators here who can, answer your questions on Rumble because that's the only platform where we can share the truth, basically. Do you know why can't we find separate ivermectin from benazole, but it's together as a kit only? They don't sell separate. There's a lot of, I mean, you can get ivermectin and fenbendazole separate. Of course, there's combined formula. There's a lot of separate one. Most people get the separate ivermectin, separate fenbendazole. So if cancer is linked to vaccine, is spike protein detox necessary? I mean, come on. I mean, who's the Slim? I'm not sure. For how long have you been following me, or did you watch my videos? It just if you took the COVID vaccine, you need to do spike protein detox. That's no question about it. I'm not sure if you already have cancer, or anyone, even the people who don't have any health problems or supposedly not um, single health problems, they should do spike protein detox. My mother is in remission and taking ivermectin 12 milligrams every alternate day. Is it a good idea? That's fine, but it won't prevent any recurrence it will have if it would happen. She need to eat healthy, no processed food, no high carb food. She take vitamin D, magnesium, omega 3. She need to move. I'm not sure how old is she, but she need to be active. And she need to take curcumin, also anti-inflammatory, black seed oil. And if you end up on top of these, staying healthy, eating healthy, correcting your metabolism. I'm not sure what how your metabolism looks like. You do full blood tests, see blood glucose, see cholesterol, see all of these, and what needs to be corrected. You have to correct it in order to avoid a relapse. Okay, but ivermectin alone, it won't avoid um, reoccurrence. Ivermectin dosage is 36 milligrams, and mebendazole dosage is 300 milligrams, 5 days in a week, with 2 days water fasting in a week, but feeling too much constipated and stomach pain due to constipation. Uh, I already answered you, so you should do what I already told you. But also 36 milligrams and of ivermectin. I think it's a low dose, but it's a good starting dose. But maybe after you finish the fixing the constipation, you should start increasing the dosage. I mean, I will pass on this question because it's telling me that you didn't watch my videos and then you didn't take notes. Okay. I mean, everyone in the live should know the answer of this question. So go back to the videos and watch. There's some videos which actually answer this one exactly. Okay. This question tell me that you didn't watch any of my videos, or maybe you watched it without even paying attention. Okay, go back to the videos. I answer this specific question in details. If you wanna do it, if you're comfortable with doing it, then do it. But I just don't include it in my suggestions. What causes tumor to bleed, and why do you people sweat in the midnight that have cancer? I mean, they sweat for different reason. Maybe, I mean, your system is working. Maybe, like the your body trying to fight cancer is normal. But I need more context. If you taken the full protocol with the medication, or the drugs or the supplementation, maybe it can happen for maybe short period, but it should go away and the sleep should be better. But bleed, I'm not sure if you're talking about tumor on the surface or bleeding from inside. Does the Budwig protocol have any value? Flaxseed oil and cottage cheese, freshly blended. That's a good question. As I said, I mentioned that I soon will include this in the protocol. I don't think it's. I think it's good. The scientific reasons behind it is I got convinced, uh, and I think I would just feel free to add it. I don't think it will interfere with the ketogenic diet. Both of the flaxseed and cottage cheese are keto friendly. I think if you want to add it, just you can add it to your meals, and then I will add it to the protocol too. I'm not sure because I need to do research. I'm not sure if it can be taken with food. It has to be separated, like in an empty stomach or like alone. I still need to research how to implement it correctly. But if you know how to do it and when to take it, you can definitely include it. Suddenly, yes, I have took the COVID vaccine. Yeah, I know it. I know it. I know it 100%, my friend. If you are young and having this aggressive cancer, hopefully it's not terrible cancer. 100%, 100%, my friend. So you said that you're following the protocol. Make sure to follow the full protocol head to toe. Strictly, you're super young, so you should have the energy. Exercise 3 5 times a week. Sleep should be on point. Um Fasting diet should be on point. As I said, taking all the supplementation, taking all the repurposed medication, everything should be on point. 10 on 10 to basically have the best odds to beat out this. Okay, and hopefully your constipation will ease if you do the implementation I told you. Last time we talked about fasting, personal experience, weekly 24, every other week 36. It's the best thing experienced. You are a great RAR doctor. Keep it up. Oh, thank you so much. I didn't expect a compliment like great, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So 24 hours each week and then every other week, 36 hours. Amazing, great, great. Of course you will feel great, man. Fasting is the best thing someone can do. Free, just required discipline and effort. It's free. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to search for any supplements. You just don't eat anything. Drink water and then, go through the hardship of glucose withdrawal and addiction, and then you will have the best results. I believe chemo and radiation will kill me, but cancer don't. and also my parents and others are forcing me for chemo for instant relief, but I am keep on the line. It's a very hard situation, my friend. I can feel you. It's a very, very, very hard situation. I can understand the pressure from family, from everyone, especially if they believe in doctors and the conventional treatment. And they think this is the best thing. It's a very, very difficult situation. So, as I said, you should fight to the tooth and nails, follow the full protocol, get healthy as possible, exercise, do your best, and hopefully you'll have the best odds. I think they have to understand if this protocol won't work, nothing will work. Okay, for stage 4 aggressive cancer, as you are describing, chemo will just make things worse, my friend. The same as the story of the person I told you about. Even if you get a temporary win, they're gonna, it's gonna come back. They're gonna destroy your body. So it's a very hard decision to make. I'm not recommending anything, but I'm trying to give you the full picture. Um, it's a tough situation. I think if you get out of this, you will be a hero. You'll be a really true hero. uh, I think, as I said, you have to try your best. If this is not gonna work, I think nothing will work anyway. But try to convince them. If not, then you have to go through this alone, my friend. If breast implants have been causing inflammation and probably cancer recurrence now, what do you recommend doing? Should I remove the explants, considering the risk of cutting the tumor? It might be. Are you my patient? Because I had the same conversation with a woman yesterday. I'm not sure if you are the same person or not. Uh, yeah, so she had a reoccurrence near basically where that's why I told you guys. Yeah, so they you have a cancer, they remove your breasts and they do chemo, and then the cancer will come back almost guaranteed. So she has a reoccurrence in the same exact same area, and then also, I mean, she had implants, so they are like next to the implants. So what I told her to, I'm not familiar what scans or like or tests can be done to see the implants if there is any inflammation around it, or there is mold, because there's some data there's mold or inflammation around it. So I told her to look for any kind of test or scans to see that, and if you see anything, you need to basically remove them. But in your case, I'm not sure how did you, now that there is inflammation, maybe you can feel it. But if I'm telling you the same, so if there is any other if there is any scan that you can do that determine if it's really causing inflammation problems, maybe recurrence, then I would try to remove them. Yes. I'm not sure if there is safer implants than others or all of them are bad, but you need to actually, as you said, scan and then make informed decisions. I don't think maybe the recurrence because of the implants, because if you did if you did the surgery and then put implants and then cancer come back, it's because of the surgery you never treated it in the first time. So in the first place, but it's a very, very tough situation. I wish more women come to me before they do the surgery. So cutting parts, especially like a sacred organ like a breast for women. I understand the trauma, understand the trouble from cutting them out, and of course you want to feel as a woman, you want to have them back, and then also, I mean, you have these implants, which a lot of them not safe. But I'm not very educated on the subject, but I'm not sure if there is a safer option, non-toxic safer option that the regular implants. Then I can understand why most women will do it. But if you're watching this, if you are, I will cut this clip. If you're watching this, never ever let them rush you into surgery. Never let the surgery your first line of treatment. Because if you do, you remove your organs, if you remove your ovaries, prostate, breasts, whatever they want to remove, the cancer will always come back, anyways. Okay? So the trauma, the tragedy of removing an organ and all the side effects and all the quality of life reduction, you just sacrificed for nothing, for the cancer to come back and more metastasis now. Okay? Especially if they do the biopsy and they do the surgery and they do a few rounds of chemo, that's so again, if it was me, anyone I know, I would never do surgery unless it's a life or death situation. 1% of the cases, yes, there's life or death situation. You need to do surgery as soon as possible to prevent complications. That's a different subject. There's another category which is they only remove the tumor. They can isolate the tumor and they can just remove it. That's another second possibility. Maybe that's an option, but removing the whole organs, that's a torture. That's a mental and physical torture. Never ever let them rush you into surgery. That's what happened 100% of the time. So it was like possible recurrence of breast cancer. An MRI was done and showed some activity in lymph nodes. Of course, the doctor wants to do CT, but I decline. Yeah, you can do MRI. Yeah, MRI and ultrasound are more than enough. And then you should assume that it's going to come back because you never treated it in the first place. You need to follow the protocol. You need to do all full blood tests, see the blood markers, everything. You need to be strict about it. Okay, sir, can you tell me, can I be recovered? I just want hope. Everyone keeps scaring me that I am not following conventional treatments. I am not that rich to connect you. I mean, you don't need to connect you because I'm telling you what everything that I will tell you in the consultation anyway. So I don't think you need my help, but I mean, they have to understand that conventional treatment won't help you because what they will give you, what they give you is a palliative care anyway. Try to manage the disease. I'm not sure if they told you that it's this is curable or not, or like I'm not sure what the doctors tell you, but I mean, in my information, it's not curable. Metastasis to the same then. So you have zero chance of curing, and with the protocol, at least you have some positive chance of curing and keeping a quality of life. Right? It's a tough decision, my friend. I cannot tell you what to do. This is not a medical advice. This is not a recommendation. I'm trying to give you full picture of the situation so you make the best of it. Okay? There's 2-3% chance of remission or like 5 years survival, as they call this the studies. If you want to take that risk, if your family are able to handle 97% failure rate, then I'm not sure about that. So you have to discuss with that. But as you said, I think maybe you should follow your intuition. So that's the thing. It has to be make that's the decision has to come to from you, my friend. Not me, not your doctor, not your family. You are the one who's gonna bear the responsibility, my friend. You are the one who's gonna take all the glory, all the success, and also you're gonna the one who suffer the consequences if it's negative. What are your thoughts about EasyActive? I think it's good. I think it's cute. If someone wants to add it as part of the protocol, um, that's gonna be nice. You know, we can drink 1 cup a day. I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference, but I think it's okay to add. You know, this CA 15.3 test was previously 18, and now it has dropped to 15.9. Am I safe from metastasis? I mean, how would I determine that? And it's good. I mean, 3 points reduction is really good. You just continue. You have to follow the full protocol with everything head to toe, and then you take modified citrospectin. This can block metastasis. Baby aspirin also can block metastasis. A lot of natural supplements can block metastasis. You just you still have a long road to go. Night 18.9, yeah. So you still have to keep going and then keep following the protocol, keep putting pressure on the cancer. Hopefully, it will gonna go down um, further. But uh, with this being said, I assume the scans shows an activity, or you did some surgery, conventional treatment, because I mean the markers are below, let's say, the high range. I think it's under 15.3, it should be under 30 or 25 somehow. So you are, in the range, in the safe range. But does the scan show an activity, or you are in remission, or what's the? Give me more context, please, so I can answer the question properly. And frankincense oil is yes, orally preferences or on the skin. Frankincense oil is good, but I'm not sure why. What skin you want to do? What kind of skin you want to use for what exactly? But frankincense oil is good. I take a lot of supplements and my body feels healthy, dog. And the checkup results shows that my kidneys and liver are fine. Great, amazing, amazing. Just answer me about is like did the scans show clear? There's no breast cancer or what? What's the situation? Have idea how much time? Don't ask about time, my friend. Don't ask about time. There's no timeline. People take 6 months and people take 60 months. People takes few months. People takes few years. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay, you do your part. You do 100% commitment, and then you leave everything to God. Okay, you leave everything to time and God. You just have to pray. I'm not sure if you are religious or not. You just have to pray, do your best, and let the time give you the answer. Okay, you cannot control that. What you control is your commitment and doing the best things. Okay, and also preservation of quality of life too is very very important. Quality of life is more important than being cancer free. What are your protocol for someone with cancer? I mean, this is not a question that you might follow. You want to watch more videos to be familiar. With what I'm doing. So please go to my Instagram and watch more videos, and then you will have the answer to your question. Doing the 10 days, mimicking fasting 200 to 400 calories, proton style. I tried 5 days of water fasting before, and my thyroid go highly affected. I have hypothyroidism. But why do you have hypothyroidism? Maybe the hypothyroidism is related sometimes to insulin resistance, high blood glucose, or maybe some mineral deficiency or some hormonal imbalances. So there are deeper issues that you need to do. This is why I say always you need to do full blood test to see what's going on. It's very rare when you see only one thing is going wrong. Usually it's two, three things they are connecting together. I'm working on the book. Sir, can you tell me the tests? Okay, either you should watch the live before. I think number three, maybe live number 2 or 3. I talk about how monitoring is very important. Or wait for my ebook. I'm trying to finish it. It's going to contain all the blood tests, head to toe, everything what cancer patients needs to know, what is it, and what to monitor exactly, and then how to interpret. That's the most important book I will write ever. So I'm trying to finish it as quickly as possible. Um, So and then I will publish it and you will know. But if you want a short answer, go to the live, I think before this one. You will know it by the title, okay, and you will see the blood test there. But I think this book, uh, blood test for cancer patients, is going to be the most important thing. I think once you know what to track exactly and then how to track it, and then you will get the best results with that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wish you the best and may God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We have tried everything for tumor pain, but what tumor pain? So where is the tumor? Is it a bone metastasis tumor to the bones? There's a pain there. What is it? Fungating tumor on the surface? So what kind of tumor? So give me more context because hormonal imbalance. Yeah, I mean yes, that's one thing. If you see your estrogen, progesterone, prolactin, testosterone, thyroid, these are things usually related. Blood glucose, insulin resistance, cholesterol, which is important for the. So if you see anything that needs to be corrected, you need to correct everything, and then your body will basically, you know, adjust itself, and then like fighting cancer becomes super easy because your body everything is in order. Everything is in order. But if you focus on cancer and then you forget your messed up metabolism and then you fight with a broken system, that's not the best way to do it. Okay, we have 8 people on Rumble and 6 people on YouTube. Please like the video, guys. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell so you get more information about the next lives and everything. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Rumble channel, guys. We need to get to 1,000 subscriber as soon as possible. Okay. As I said, I will share more exclusive information here in Rumble in the live. You won't find it elsewhere. You won't find it on Instagram. We don't find it in the website. You only find it in these lives. So you need to attend these lives. And also, I will start giving away some, maybe supplements, maybe ebooks. So we will see. So we need to make this life as popular as possible. That's the goal, because I think this is the best way to communicate with you guys, and also the best way to get as much, to basically reach as much people as we can. So let me know where is the time. So where are you from, and what is the time in your country? Please let me know in the chat. Please let me know in the chat where are you from and what is the time in your local time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the fungated humor is very hard, my friend. It's you need a special protocol. You need a special caring protocol. Um, yeah, it's very very difficult. Yeah, I have a patient who's basically combating this one. Yes, the pain is too much. The bleeding, the pain, and then I think she started following some special protocol, and then she went. I think in some clinic they give her, I think, some cooling gel, and she told me like that the bleeding significantly stopped and the pain significantly stopped. Uh, Especially the radiating pain. So you need. I'm not sure if where are you from or where are you located. Just shoot me an email. I can give you the protocol. At least you can start to um, to applying it, and maybe the bleeding and then the pain will be way much better. But you need to take, as I said, curcumin, high dose CBD oil, curcumin, omega 3. These are anti inflammatory from the inside. From the outside, yeah, you need to try some cooling gels and there's some chemicals you need to apply, and then the way how to clean it too. These are things you need to do to reduce the pain and reduce the bleeding. And also, I mean, it's very important to kill it from inside, because if you don't do anything from inside, it's not gonna work in the outside, because these fungating tumor get killed from the inside. What you see the outside is just, it's the manifestation of what's inside. So short is, as I said, you need a fungating care protocol, how to take care of the topical stuff. Then you can apply chlorine dioxide, DMSO, try to shrink it. And then from the inside, you need to be very, very aggressive too. Atalanta. Okay. Atalanta, 11 a.m. Okay. That's a good time. And then India, 10 p.m. almost. Yeah. I tried to pick this time. I said maybe it's better for in Europe and India and then US. So at least most people can attend. But it looks like, I mean, it's less people. Last time we had like 25 to 30 people, but one maybe, and most of them usually from US. So we will see. We will see. We'll keep trying different times to find basically the best time. At my last checkup, I still have infiltrates in my lungs. I follow up all of Dr. Yahia's protocol. Do I have to have X-rays every 3 months to monitor? You can have ultrasounds or MRI each 3 months, no problem. But if the full blood test is good, also we can have blood tests each 4 weeks. That's what I would do, and then ultrasound or MRI each 3 months, no problem. At least maybe the first 1 year, and then maybe the more you are sure that your metabolism is good, and then it will be less likely you get reoccurrence. Then maybe I'll start doing it. Maybe the scans each 6 months, and then the blood test each 2 3 months. So, but at the beginning, you should be more frequent, and then as you gain confidence, I think you should do it less frequent. Waking up in the middle of the night with anxiety, and this is causing my glucose to raise. I take melatonin, progesterone. I don't think you should take progesterone. I don't take. Yeah, I don't like external hormonal take ups. Magnesium glycinate before bed, also TSC sometimes, but still waking up. Yeah, I mean, it depends. So it depends what you are. So you should make the last meal 4 hours before bed, far, and then yes, you take 400 milligrams of magnesium, actual magnesium glycinate. So you take in, I don't know, maybe 3 grams of magnesium glycinate, and it will give you 400 milligrams of magnesium, and 1 milligram per kilogram of full spectrum CBD oil. And melatonin, maybe, I don't know, if you have breast cancer, they can take high dose, 100, 200, 300, even 500. I think if you do all of this, and then hopefully the sleep becomes better. So, but as I said, usually, it's linked to, or maybe I'll take B complex, because B1 is also can help. So Maybe you should add either methylated B complex or maybe benfotiamine, which is B1. It can help also calm the nervous system. But you need to find a solution because sleep is very very important. Indonesia, okay, it's almost midnight in Indonesia. So it looks like, I mean, 3 4 p.m. is I think it's or 4 p.m. is a good time for everyone. So it will be early morning in US and evening in afternoon in Europe and evening in Asia, basically. Yeah, I think that would be a sweet spot. Okay, it looks like the questions are almost done. Start slowing down a bit, so maybe I would just have to close things up and hopefully talk to you on Wednesday, guys. So the next live is going to be on Wednesday. I will see if I'll do it maybe 4 p.m. or maybe the regular 9 p.m. So we will see how can I schedule and how my schedule look like. Next time is going to be a topic like every time. This time is I just didn't have time to prepare for the topic of today, but they will be always a topic, important topic that we can talk more freely. I can share more information freely. I can speak my mind here in the lives rather than the videos. I will pick one of you today that basically attended to give him maybe in a free ebook or free access to the platform. I'll just DM you later, okay? There will be one. Maybe in the future I'll have one, two, three more people to basically give away stuff to just to motivate people to attend these lives. Because I think the more people we reach in this way, the more people we can benefit. Okay. All right, guys. So see you on Wednesday. So I wish you a good rest of Sunday and a good week ahead. And as I said, see you on Wednesday. Okay. Bye bye.